I am here with you. Nothing about you needs to shift for that to be true. You did not arrive late. You did not miss something important. I am not standing over you. I am not checking anything. I am not waiting for an explanation. I sit down where you are. You don't have to arrange yourself. You don't have to look ready. You don't have to sound calm. I can feel how careful you've been, how quietly you've been holding yourself, as if any sudden movement might reveal something you didn't mean to show. I see that, and I'm still here. There is no file in my hands, no list, no tone in my voice that you need to decode. Just presence, just closeness that isn't searching. You don't need to scan my face. There is nothing hidden there, no disappointment waiting to be uncovered. You are not being sized up. You are not being measured against anything. We can take this moment exactly as it is, unprepared, unimpressive, real. If your mind keeps checking for what comes next, that's okay. If your shoulders stay tight, that's okay too. I am not asking you to relax. I am not asking you to trust. I am simply staying right here at the same level, with nothing in my hands and nothing behind my back. You are not under review. You are not on the edge of something bad. For now, we are just here together. I can sense how familiar this feeling is to you, that quiet checking inside, the replaying, the wondering if there was a moment you missed. You're not imagining it. You've spent a long time learning how to look for mistakes before anyone else does. Sometimes the fear doesn't come with a memory, just a weight, a sense that something must be off, even if you can't name what. I feel how quickly your mind moves through old rooms, past conversations, small pauses that suddenly feel too loud, as if trouble could arrive without warning, as if being calm might be a misunderstanding. I'm not startled by that fear. It makes sense that it learned to live here. I'm not asking it to leave. I'm not correcting it. I'm just letting it be seen without agreeing with it. You don't need to justify yourself to me. You don't need to prove that you tried your best. I am not holding a verdict that you haven't heard yet. There is no conversation about you happening somewhere else. Nothing is being decided. You can let the fear stay for a moment if it wants. It doesn't disqualify you from being here. I am not waiting for you to confess something. I am not preparing a response. I am with you even while that old worry hums quietly in the background, and nothing bad is unfolding in this space. I can feel how your body stays ready, not in a loud way, in a practiced way, muscles that don't fully let go, a breath that never quite reaches the bottom. You might not even notice it anymore. It's just how you've learned to stay safe. I'm not asking your body to change. I'm not waiting for it to soften. I'm simply aware of it with you. The way your jaw holds, the way your chest stays guarded, the way stillness feels like work. None of that is wrong. Your body learned this before words were involved. It learned how to stay alert when things were uncertain. I am not impatient with that learning. You don't need to take a deeper breath for me. You don't need to uncross anything. I'm not interpreting your tension as resistance. I'm not seeing it as a problem to solve. I'm staying close even while your body stays watchful. There is room here for a body that hasn't stood down yet. Room for a nervous system that keeps one eye open. Nothing is being demanded of it. I am not leaning forward. I am not about to say something that requires you to brace. We can remain like this, aware, unfixed, together. I know how quiet can turn sharp, how the absence of words starts to fill itself in, how silence becomes a place where meaning rushes to form. You've learned to listen closely when nothing is being said, to read between moments, to prepare for what might land next. Sometimes silence has felt like the pause before correction, the space where disappointment gathers strength. I'm aware of that history, and I am not using quiet against you. This silence isn't a test. It isn't a setup. It isn't waiting for you to speak so I can respond. You don't have to fill the space. You don't have to explain yourself to keep me here. I am not withdrawing. I am staying present without pressure, without meaning layered underneath. You don't need to perform relief. You don't need to show that you understand. If the quiet still feels uneasy, I don't step away from that. I stay with you inside it. There is no message hidden in my stillness, no disappointment forming off screen. I am not holding back words that will change how you're seen. This space is not a warning. We can let the silence be just what it is, not empty, not loaded, just shared. I am here in it with you, fully, without judgment. You may not be used to this kind of attention, the kind that doesn't search, doesn't narrow its eyes, doesn't lean in to find what's missing. I'm looking at you without trying to understand you away, without forming an opinion. There's no quiet tally happening, no expectation you need to meet to stay seen. That might feel unfamiliar, even unsettling. Sometimes gentleness feels like something that won't last, like it must be followed by a catch. I'm not waiting for that moment. You don't have to hold yourself together while I'm here. You don't have to be interesting or steady. I'm not impressed by you. I'm not disappointed either. I'm simply with you as you are right now. If relief shows up, it doesn't have to stay. If it doesn't come at all, that's fine too. I'm not measuring your response to this moment. You don't need to know what to do with this kind of looking. There's no right way to receive it. I'm not asking you to open up. I'm not asking you to let anything in. I'm just here, seeing you without pressure, without agenda. And nothing changes if you don't know how to feel about that yet. We don't need to arrive anywhere. There isn't a moment coming where this turns into something else. No lesson waiting at the edge of this time. I'm not preparing you for what's next. I'm not wrapping anything up. I'm still here. The part of you that expects a conclusion can rest, even if it doesn't know how yet. Nothing is being summed up. Nothing is being decided. You don't have to carry this forward. You don't have to remember it correctly. This isn't a turning point. It's not a before and after. It's just time shared without a reason. If your mind wanders, I don't follow it to bring it back. If your thoughts drift, I stay where you are, not where they go. There is no signal that you're missing, no final understanding you need to reach. I'm not stepping away as this moment thins out. I don't leave when things go quiet again. You're not being handed back to yourself with instructions. You're not being sent off changed. I remain, not closing the space, not sealing it, still sitting here, still unhurried, still with you, and nothing about that needs to end.